Hello everyone and welcome back to my Beyond the Gates 24 official YouTube channel. I hope you guys are having a wonderful day. Before we start, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Leslie questioning Eva's fidelity. Plus, Vanessa and Doug both get in over their heads while Martin and Smitty make a deal. Eventually, Ben has further to be bothered about with Ashley and Andre. This will be an occasion you wouldn't want to miss, so tune into CBS and Paramount for all the drama in Fairmont Crest. Leslie is dead set on getting what she feels she's entitled to. She indeed ran Laura off the road to set up Eva as Nicole's filler and adjunct. Danny and Bill as the Duprees try to prepare for Naomi's award. Plus, Naomi and Jacob conformed, but Jacob didn't click with his new mate, and Eva and Leslie disaccorded. As Nicole's awards fate approached, the Dupree family braced for media scrutiny, especially since Danny was arrested lately. Vernon and Anita had a plan for managing the press. Unfortunately, Jacob and Naomi were still at odds. Naomi plotted to forgive Jacob for arresting Danny. She felt betrayed. Jacob claimed he'd only been doing his job, but Naomi was induced. Meanwhile, Bill learned about the Dupree's forthcoming interview, so he arranged his own press conference. He portrayed Danny as mentally unstable, claiming he'd invited the family to his marriage to promote civility but now believed Danny. Journalists brought up Danny's tried murder charges, but Vernon and Anita veered. When Bill inferred that Danny was mentally deteriorating, she crashed the interview. Danny remained collected, refuted his claims, and claimed she was into trouble. Subsequently, Danny told Naomi to forgive Jacob, calling him a good man. She advised her son not to lose Jacob over this. Naomi and Jacob ultimately conformed. He promised that he wasn't like Bill and would no way treat her the way Bill had treated Danny. Naomi allowed Jacob to move off the settee and back to bed. Still, Jacob's new mate, operative Marcel Malone, incontinently asserted dominance. He advised Jacob to stay out of his business. Marcel also blamed Jacob's particular issues, warning him to clean up his home life so it wouldn't intrude with work. They didn't hit it off, and Jacob sarcastically called Marcel a smart burro as he left. Away, Leslie and Eva met for regale. Eva participated details about her discussion with Ted when she bandied the father she no way knew. Leslie told her to be careful. Eva called out Leslie's insincerity since she'd been enough reckless at the sanitarium. Leslie claimed she had a plan, but she didn't tell Eva what it was. As the day ended, Vernon and Anita celebrated the palm in Danny's media battle. Still, Bill obsessively covered news about Danny, and Danny angrily dropped her phone into a gin and alcohol. Eva bothered that Leslie had commodity to do with the accident, but Leslie comforted her she didn't. Now, Eva has met Ted and she thinks he's a good Joe. It's not surprising that Leslie questions Eva's fidelity. Will Eva assure her, or will it drive a farther wedge into Leslie's plans? Martin has presidential borns. He wasn't at all thrilled to learn that Smitty had considered returning to his life as an intelligencer. Smitty is enough easily not relatively happy with his life now that their house are old enough to drive and don't need him as a stay-at-home pater. As much. Joey ropes Doug into a backroom game. That move comes after Doug gets ill-advised help from Joey. Obviously, Joey isn't one to let a loan go overdue, so Doug is getting way in over his head. Speaking of being in over her head, Vanessa is getting further than she bargained for with her particular coach. Diego gets territorial over Vanessa. What will she do? Derek obviously feels insecure about his relationship with Ashley. He didn't appreciate Ashley and Andre relating over delivering the baby in an elevator and also the new mama naming the invigorated after them. Ben presumably wouldn't feel geet when he interrupts Andre's moment with Ashley. Smitty will continue to question Martin Richardson on his dreams. It was mentioned relatively a bit during the week of February 24th to 28th that Martin not only had a secret that his grandparents were hopeless to cover, but that his violent dreams and outbursts while sleeping were cause for concern. Will observers learn further about Martin's secret during Tuesday's show? Suckers will have to tune in to find out. As the most important family at Fairmont Crest, it's no surprise that the Dupree family will be holding a press conference during the alternate week of the cleaner, right? While their son Danny Dupree pulled a gun at Bill Hamilton and Haley Lawson's marriage before they said their I do's. Is this media conference about that situation, or could it be about Martin's secret? There's a certain coyness going on between Andre Richardson and Ashley Morgan that Beyond the Gates observers have picked up on, and now it looks like Ashley's firefighter Swain will notice it, too. During Tuesday's show, Derek will start to feel insecure about his love. What will be that will make him jealous? Will he see Andre and Ashley flirting? Andre has also inquired about Ashley to his aunt and uncle, Nicole Dupree Richardson and Ted Richardson. So will Derek eavesdrop another discussion where the freelance shooter admits to passions he has for Ashley? Are you agitated about Tuesday's occasion? Partake your studies below. Watch BTG on CBS Daily to catch all the drama behind the gates of Fairmont Crest and visit CTS frequently for the most over-to-date Beyond the Gates news and spoilers. The new show continues to make swells in the land of daytime drama, and a recent advertisement that General Hospital's John Lindstrom and cleaner legend Katie McLean would be joining the cast has created a buzz. Still, as Lindstrom plays a recreating part on GH as Kevin Collins, some suckers have bothered about him potentially leaving Port Charles. With that said, a recent social media post offers some stopgap. Lindstrom lately posted some excitement on the social media platform X, talking about his jump to BTG and a little bit about his new character, Joey Armstrong. His caption begins by saying, "I've been quiet recently, but it's not 'cause I wanted to be. I've been keeping a low profile as I swap to the awful world of Beyond the Gates, created by my brilliant dear friend Michelle Valjean. Ted, I suppose the show is going to blow the roof off day, and I couldn't be more proud to make indeed a small donation to this groundswell." Lindstrom used the word commute in the post, which seems to signify he's not moving to Atlanta, Georgia anytime soon, which is where BTG is being mugged. As Kevin Collins is a recreating part on GH and the cleaners' workrooms are located in Los Angeles, could this be a hint that he'll stay on with the day drama and juggling the two shows? Bill went on the descent. He set up a press conference, which happened to coincide with Nicole's original interview about her forthcoming award. Thankfully, Nicole doesn't like the limelight because Bill's hatchet job press conference inspired Danny to join the interview with her more humble interpretation of events. Bill should have heeded to Haley. All they demanded to do was leave for their honeymoon. They looked like the bigger people for dropping the tried murder charges against Danny. Rather, he set up a press conference and progressed to skewer Danny's character. Still, his ploy didn't work because contemporaneously, on original television, Nicole, Vernon, and Anita were giving their own interview to a journalist, played by guest star Nichelle Turner, who co-hosts Entertainment Tonight with Kevin Frazier. Having said all of that, Danny took over the interview but not in her usual fustian way. She sat down next to Nicole, and the two supported each other. Danny progressed to take a humble, repentant approach. She took power of her conduct and mentioned how generous Bill and Haley were to drop the charges. Danny also talked about how she hurt her family and that she wasn't a good illustration for her daughters. It was a successful interview for the ex-wife. Danny fulfilled what she demanded to negotiate, and she made Bill look stupid because he took the vengeful way out and made himself look petty and offensive. He allowed. He was getting ahead of the arrogant Duprees, but he was the bone. Who came off as arrogant? Hopefully, he and Haley will go and master their injuries in beautiful Italy and give Danny some grace and space. Latterly, Danny also helped her son realize that her hubby simply did his job when he arrested her. When she got home, Naomi and Jacob made up. But what was the deal with Jacob's new bitter and cranky mate, Marcel Malone? How long is Jacob going to last with that man?